Hello, and welcome to Bridge to Change podcast from Bridgemark Strategies. My name is Catherine Paulson, the CMO of Bridgemark Strategies, a nationally recognized and industry-leading financial advisor, recruiting, and consulting firm. Today, we're speaking with Chris Dunn, Managing Director of Bridgemark Strategies. How are you, Chris?
I'm doing great. Thanks, Catherine.
Great. Let's start by just giving us a little bit of an introduction for yourself and your background.
Sure. I always joke, I got started in the financial services industry in October of '08. So quite a fun time to get into the business.
Right.
And I started off back in Columbus, my hometown, back in Ohio, and worked my way up through nationwide, and was lucky enough that they moved my wife and I and family out here to the Northwest as an external annuity wholesaler, covering the independent channel. And in 17, was given the opportunity to make a transition to another role and get off the road and spend more time with my wife and kids. And it's been great. It's been a great transition. I've been working with advisors since 2008, and Bridgemark Strategies was really a natural next step for me.
That sounds terrific. Thank you for sharing that. Chris, will you tell us a little bit about how you help advisors today?
Yeah, it's funny. I have always worked with advisors, like I was just mentioning. And after my previous role, I was recruited to come recruit for a firm out of Seattle. And while I thought they were a fantastic firm, and they were a fantastic firm, our founding partner and CEO, Jeff Nash, him and I were competing on a large case. And I didn't know Jeff, who he was. He cold called me one day and told me about Bridgemark and what he was doing for advisors. And really, it's a no-brainer. I get to be an advisor to advisors. How many times friends ask me, people ask me, what is it that you do? And you explain it to them, and they just kind of look like they're lost in the clouds. But really, we're real estate advisors for advisors. And I talk about this all the time. I mean, my previous role in life was, what gets you out of bed in the morning? Clearly, it's my wife and my kids. But what gets me out of bed in the morning now, it's helping advisors, knowing that it's going to make a huge impact on their life, right? I mean, they've got to take care of their family, their business, their financial needs, their future. And being an advisor to advisors, that's what I love about Bridgemark. We have so many different solutions that we can help advisors find. Sometimes they don't even know what they're looking for. And that's our job, is to help lead them down that path and find the right solve for whatever issues, problems, or growth that they're looking for.
That sounds like an incredible relationship to have with advisors, helping each other, helping them with their life goals. Would you talk a little bit more about that philosophy for me? Because I feel like that is something that is very differentiated from other recruiting firms.
Yeah, I've heard Jeff say this many times, and I think about it on so many of my introductory calls, which I have, on a daily basis. It's putting the advisor in the center. Our firm trademarked the term feel fit financials. When Jeff first told me that, I just thought it was just a slew of words. And we finally trademarked it. And truly, every call I go into, it is about, most importantly, feel. If you don't like the folks you're talking to, you're probably not going to like doing business with them. You have to be philosophically aligned. One of our other partners, and this is what's great about Bridgemark, is we are a team, and we talk about the advisors we're working about together. And you have to be philosophically aligned. If you're a $1 million producer, you probably don't want to go to a firm that's a $250,000 a year average producer. You want people who have a similar mindset to you. Fit. Once we get to understand you and your business and what your needs and wants are, and what your dislikes, we can draw our list down of firms or solutions to what makes sense for you to have a conversation with. And then I always joke, financials, that's my favorite part. We understand the marketplace better than advisors, and we can really help advisors get what it is that they need, whether it be, better ongoing economics, better transition, pricing for whatever it might be. That's probably my favorite part, is helping advisors behind the scenes get what they really need.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much, Chris, for spending some time with us today on this podcast and sharing your thoughts and philosophy with us. Thanks.
Thank you.